In the last video with this car, my AE86 Drift Car, you saw the supercharger broke.
Oh no!
And I thought it was something simple, just like the clutch on the pulley. You see, Blitz uses a supercharger from Ogura, which made the original superchargers for the 4AG in like the MR2. And then they do this thing where they put a clutch on the pulley like an AC compressor. And, well, as I was just sitting here, I took the belts off. That is locked up. I should be able to spin that to some extent, and I can't at all. I don't really know what that means. I'm not sure how broken this is. But we're gonna, I guess, pull it apart, we'll get the supercharger off, and then look at it on the bench here. We've got the intake manifold off. I actually just tried to pop the top cover while I was sitting here, but I've got that siliconed on, so it is pretty tight. That's not going anywhere, but now I guess we'll pull the supercharger out. It is a pretty tight fit in here, so I don't know. I'm gonna put the camera down and finagle this out. Okay, the supercharger is out, and things are a bit worse than I thought. Normally you should be able to spin this by hand, but that guy is C-solid. I even took a ratchet and a socket and put it on the bolt there on the end to try and spin it. It is stuck. So I'm gonna drain the fluid here and see what this looks like. And then depending on what that looks like, I don't know, I might look at the front. There was some grease seeping out right here, so maybe I'll pop that cover off. I don't know. Supercharger on the bench. I drained the oil out of it, and I have this like John Bond or something fluid. It's in it. It's this blue color, and it's a little dark, but honestly, not bad. The fluid looks okay. Now this fluid is for the gear train on the back of the supercharger in here. There's two gears, and then they spin and drive the two rotors together. So that looks okay. That means that nothing's shredded back here, and there's a possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4 bearings, okay? And I popped the cap off of this. Let me just undo it by hand so I'll show you real quick to see if maybe this bearing was shredded or something, because I saw some grease coming out of this, which is weird because this is a sealed bearing, so there shouldn't be any grease that's coming out unless it's failed. I already cleaned it out because there was a bunch of like grease in here, so somebody actually went in and kind of took this apart. But you can see that's the sealed bearing, and that's okay. So that is not the issue. Let's, we're gonna pop this cover off real quick so that way we can see if there's something damaged to the rotor. I've already got it loose. I just stuck a pry bar in here and pried it apart. So now let's pull it off. Here's our moment of truth. Sorry for the like jet engines in the background. I've got a gas water heater that just goes off in the garage here. So let's see. Oh, is that okay in there? Oh, no. What? What happened? Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. I think I figured it out. That right there, that circle down there, oh my gosh, stay focused. That is the pin that pins the rotor to the shaft. Okay, because let's see. The shaft, this one is here, then there's one right here. That looks like, it looks like the pins started coming out on both rotors, because you can see there's just a straight hole in the upper one, which is, you know, oh my gosh, let's see, I want to try and get it in here so I can show you that hole right in there. Come on, stay focused. Focus for me, come on. It's really hard to see, but right there, right in there on the upper shaft, what I'm calling the upper shaft here. Ah, there you go. See the hole. That's like that one down there that I showed you. There's the pin. Those holes are not supposed to be open. That's not supposed to be exposed like that. And obviously, this is not supposed to be all jacked up like that. And if you're wondering where all those bits and pieces from the Supercharger went, they are stuck in the intercooler, fortunately. They didn't all make it to the engine. The intercooler kind of acted like a filter of sorts. But I'm not reusing that intercooler because there's metal chunks and stuff all throughout it. So it looks like the pin's backed out, and that's the first I've heard of this. I called a company that rebuilds Superchargers a while ago. When I first put this in, that's why I got the Supercharger fluid from that blue stuff. And they said that one of the typical failures on these is the rotor will spin on the pin, on the shaft or whatever. So like the pin breaks. This is the first I've heard of the pin backing out, but it looks like that's what happened. Or maybe they broke and it spun on the. I don't know, man. But that sucks. That Supercharger's completely done. You can't rebuild this. These rotors are not replaceable. Essentially, like you can't replace the rotors and the shafts. The way that Ogura makes it, according to this company, is like the bearings and stuff that are in there have a Teflon coating that like you have to burn it out to remove the stuff. So like you can't replace them. And then also the rotors themselves, even if you could replace them, these specific rotors, it's not like a spray-on coating. It's a very specific process that can't be redone. Your rotors are trashed anyway, but this Supercharger it's dead. It'll look cool on my shelf, but that's it, according to this company. I mean, I would love to reach out to Ogura and ask them, hey, let's get another TX12, like help me out here, let's figure this out. But I don't think they make the Supercharger anymore. Even if I could swap over all the blitz bits and bobs to put it together, I don't know if I can even buy this Supercharger. I have tried to reach out to them before and got nowhere with email. If I could find a supplier, if I knew who uses the TX12 in their vehicles, like this, Ogura makes Superchargers obviously for Toyotas, but also they made them for like wave runners and ski-doos and jet skis and stuff that use Superchargers. And so if I could find who uses a TX12 and buy one, I could do that. But otherwise, I'm kind of dead in the water here. Supercharger setup is gone, completely toast. There's no reason to use this unless you get another Supercharger, and even then, I really don't even know if it's worth it. Well, what do you think I should do? Maybe I'll have to hit up Surfab about a turbo manifold. I also did see a Tom's Supercharger, like a Rotorex Supercharger kit, pop up for sale recently too. Decisions. Let me know in the comments what you think. Sorry, this is kind of a short video, a little less exciting. Just, I don't know. I figure I'd get this up sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching and see you next time.